Good evening. Good evening. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. And if you're watching this afterwards, thanks for watching it afterwards. I actually think I'm like 50 seconds early. I think I was like a full 2 minutes early last time, which means the next time I live stream, I could totally be like 20 minutes late. And it's basically offset. Mr. Warner of the Handguns, thanks for being here. Senshi Bat, Marcus, appreciate you all being the early crowd. I'm going to give folks a second to join, and we are going to be doing, hopefully, what is a fun theme for you all tonight. We are going to be doing some greenskin battles. So I was thinking what we're gonna do is we're going to probably do FFA, and I figured the theme tonight could kind of be the WA, right? So who is the fightiest of them all? Who is the biggest and the baddest? So it's FFA battles in which all players have to play as greenskins, and we're gonna see who's the biggest and the baddest. And the biggest and the baddest orc from each FFA stays for the next one. And that means I can get booted out too, right? So if I don't win, I'll just go to a spectator mode. And we'll see. If someone's able to continuously get some victories, you know, we'll see what happens. Can't promise anything, but we should be having a good time. You know, hint, hint, not long ago I gave out a Steam gift card to someone. Maybe something of that. Looks like the stream was lagging. Yeah, it looks like the stream is lagging a little bit. Hit your refresh button if you need to. It should be fine. It looks like it's... said it should be fine. I'm sitting here watching it. It's still playing a few little games with me. This may just, like I said, be the big internet turd clogging the Cox line here. Sometimes it just takes a few minutes for it to clear out and stabilize. But it is bouncing around a little, but mostly stable. So we'll kind of see what happens. I'm assuming you all can hear me fine. If you can, just say something in chat. I want to make sure it's not still lagging. I don't think it is. Alright. Good, good, good. Seems like everybody can hear me fine. Yeah, so I'm going to go host a battle. We'll do the FFA. It's all greenskins. For those of you who are wanting to play, I'm gonna tell you what to go do to your graphic settings, and then I'll come back in and explain the rules, and then I'll host. So don't worry about trying to find the game right this second, because you're gonna have a second after I tell you about the graphic settings. So go into your graphic settings, click the drop down, and pick medium for me, and then click the check mark. That'll help reduce lag, so please do that for us as we go in. And as far as the rules go... Oh, whoops. As far as the rules go, I'm going to go into custom battle. You have to be a greenskin tribe, okay, because we're seeing who is the biggest and the baddest. So you have to pick either the main greenskin faction or one of the sub-factions. And you don't have to use a legendary lord. In fact, I wonder... Yeah, you can use legendary lords. But if you want to use a legendary lord, if you can, pick their sub-faction. Actually, you know what? Don't worry about it. You can use a legendary lord. You don't have to use a legendary lord. if you do pick your own lord, and, you know, like a generic one, which is fine. You can pick a generic greenskin lord. If you do, just be prepared to come up with a cool, fighty greenskin name for your lord. You know, so like Captain Daka or you know, Choppa or something, right? You got to have a good name for your greenskin lord, all right? Or Scrappa McChoppy or something like that, right? So if you pick a generic one, make sure you come up with a good name for it. You can totally pick the legendary lords too, that's fine. Don't worry about the whole sub-faction thing unless you really want to. It's fine if you want to pick a sub-faction. You don't have to pick a sub-faction, okay? Outside of that, the only rules that are going to be is I'm going to turn on unit caps, and that's going to be pretty much it. Like, so you come in, you play the FFA battle, you have fun. If you win, you stay for the next battle. And for the players who don't win, go ahead and back out of the game, all right? We're going to see if there's a new set of players to come in. If we can't fill each game with a set of new players, then you can feel free to join a second time, okay? So that's the way we're going to play it. I'm going to go ahead and go host the battle. You all tell me if you like the name of the previous battle I hosted. The previous name was this right here. I was using this for my unit testing. The password is just going to be 1, and I'll change the name to Daka Choppy. So the battle is Daka Choppy, okay? The password is 1. Or we'll call it Daka Choppa. Daka Choppa Scrappa. How about that? We'll make it even better. So, like, this is all green skinned out. So Daka Choppa Scrappa is the game name, and the password is 1, okay? Daka Choppa Scrappa, password 1. I'm gonna host it. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna make myself visible on Steam, because sometimes that helps people find it. Alright. Now I'm gonna host it. So, Daka Choppa Scrappa. Password is 1. Alright, so here we go. It's going to be an FFA. I will play in the first one. But if I don't win, then I'm out too. So everybody's got a green skin up. Everybody who joins has to green skin up. I'm going to open the last play slot. I don't know why I didn't have it open. So all the slots are open. Let's fill them on up, and then get your green skin on. Unit caps will be on. I'm going to set the funds back to large because I had it on ultra. And again, that's the only rules is just unit caps. Come have fun, play how you want, win. But we need one more player to fill in the first FFA. Like I said, the winner's going to stay, and then the losers will cycle out. And if the game fills with all new people, then great. If it doesn't, then people can get a second opportunity. But there we go. We got Bat Senshi here, the great Bat Prophet. So, all green skins. And we're going to see who is the biggest, the baddest, and the best of all the orcs. That's how it's going to work. And I'll go ahead and tell you all right now that my lord is actually going to be it's going to be crappiest Despider Git from the Grom campaign. Okay, that's all I'll tell you all. I'm going to pick the rest of my army, but my lord is crappiest Despider Git, named after Appius from my campaign. Hey, Dizzy, thanks for joining us. Regina, thanks for being here. So yeah, it is an all-WA FFA. We're going to see who the biggest and the baddest of all the greenskins is. So we play in FFA battles. Winner stays. All right, I'm ready to go. I think a couple of the other folks were ready. So I've got Scrappiest despite a git. We'll see who the other folks bring after the battle. If they haven't told us the name of their lord, if they did bring a generic one, we'll ask them for the names just for fun. Daniel says, I think the first campaign of Heirs that I watched was the Carthage DEI campaign. That's been a long time ago. Thanks for being here all this time, Daniel. Appreciate you. Marcus says, is anyone else sad that we never got the Siege update this month from CA? Well, not yet. I imagine they'll be bringing it to us when it's ready. But no, we haven't heard anything yet, I don't think. Izzy, thanks for dropping by tonight. It is the perfect time. Says he's been playing a lot of Divided Empire campaign recently. Changes the whole game. I have tried it. It's been a long time. I didn't love everything that it changed. I love some things that it changed. It is a good mod overall, for sure. And I would say that for most people, it's probably the mod to have for Rome 2. But yeah, I think it probably just depends on play preference. But it's certainly well done, and the modders put a ton of work into it. Yeah, the battles is mostly where I don't like it. And then secondly, I mean, it does change a lot of other things. It takes a lot of time to get used to, like, just the all the changes that it makes. Like, it makes changes to battles, then the map, your settlements, to buildings. Like, I mean, it's really a whole new game to learn. Which is why I didn't use it in my Seleucid campaign, because I just did not have the time to dedicate to learning that properly right now. Speaking of Seleucid campaign, new episode went out today. It was late yesterday because YouTube was stupid and wouldn't process it, and so I had to re-upload it. But then I got it taken care of and uploaded and released it today. So the new Seleucid campaign is out. It's a lot of fun. Won't spoil anything here if you haven't watched it, but I think you'll enjoy it. Good old troll country. Make sure that you all go and change your graphics settings before you join the battle too. Make sure to put your graphics settings on medium. So if any of you are in chat right now and you did not join this battle, but you want to play in the next battle, go ahead and get your game pulled up now and go change your graphics settings to medium. It helps with lag. It won't guarantee there's no lag. Funny story, by the way, I'll share this with you all. I have two computers right here in my studio. And I used them whenever I made that video where we tested Outriders and War Wagons and handguns. And I'm operating on the same internet connection from the same room. And it didn't do it much, but I ended up with lag a couple of times, even though we weren't hitting a frame rate lag, meaning, you know, like I didn't have enough units on the map to be causing any frame rate lag with either of my computers, and my internet wasn't spiking either, and my computers are in the same room. So sometimes I think you get the lag as just a result of either the way that the game's multiplayer operates, or the Steam servers just get a little bit wonky sometimes. I don't know what it is. I really don't. It is very strange. It is very, very strange. Okay. My army is pretty ridiculous. I've got the Gabo Great Shaman on the Spider Shrine, and then it's going to be supported by a River Troll Hag, Debigan Rogue Idol, another Arachnarok, a bunch of Gabos, and Squigs. So that's what we be doing. Ain't No Meaning says Rogue Idol and multiplayer interesting. Well, it is FFA. I don't think under any normal circumstances I'd bring the Rogue Idol, and probably shouldn't have here either, but since it's all other factions, greenskins, it also makes me a little less afraid about picking the Rogue Idol. Okay, so got Doom Diver, got Cats, Crimson Killas, got some expensive stuff. Let's go do a little bit of scouting over here. Spiders, Archers, Gabos. He's also got a Rogue Idol, Debigan. Wolf Riders. We can't see everything from that army. There's still quite a bit hidden. I don't really want to bring my army within range of that bunch of catapults. I think I'm going to move this way. Poor Senshi might get pinched, but I'm going to go this... Oh, he's already getting some pressure here. Got some Skulkers popping up from Pufflix. This is the rest of Pufflix's army. Pufflix is the one with the light green outline around his banners. Bat Senshi is the one with the light blue outline. Mine will have the yellow. And the purple over here is Romj.
Right, Simon. Shifting.
So, Dirket's Squig Hoppers, Squig Herds. He's got Skarsnik for his lords. Senshi got... It's the Night Gabo War Boss. We'll have to ask Senshi for the name of his lord after all this. Getting a little bit of lag right now, but it's kind of on and off. It's definitely not too bad. Could be much worse. Just going to continue to push my troops this way. Romj is probably going to be moving up, but he's also got his artillery. Right now he is running ahead with Wurzag, who is his lord. So we got Wurzag, Skarsnik, Bat Senshi's generic lord, and then Crappius, the Spida-Git.
All right. I'll give him a clear.
Alright, so Senshi... Oh, his Rogue Idol's getting attacked by the Arachnarok Spider here. He's got a Black Orc Big Boss coming to help protect it. I mean, the Rogue Idol puts out a lot of damage. The Arachnarok Spider poisons, so I don't know exactly how those are going to cancel on each other.
Right, Simon.
Range on this.
Moving fast. Wow. Show.
Stompy stomp.
Moving fast.
He's gonna pay for it though. I got a Spirit Leech and a Don't Even Try It ability off on him, so Wurzag's gonna eat some pretty significant damage there.
More talks through me. Take this, gitz. Stickers ready.
I'm gonna keep pushing up towards this fight.
Moving
Got a brain burst over there. I think that's probably also Wurzag.
Great Simon! What are you talking about?
Trying to get into these squigs, but they're kind of spread out funny, and I'm not really getting attacks on them. My spider kind of just keeps bouncing on them. The Winds of Magic reserve is not very good. I don't know how much magic we're gonna get. Sit still, sit still, sit still. Oh, that's gonna be good. Oh yeah, that's gonna be good. Watch the points climb here, folks. We just annihilated almost everything in that. That was great. That was absolutely beautiful. Lovely. Lovely, lovely stuff. I gotta get my squigs over here. Ooh. May Berserk our Ragnarok spider. I'm kind of getting into the scrap here. I think Skarsnik's right in the middle of this, as well as a Black Orc Big Boss. Ooh, another big stomp over there. That was well placed. That was well placed. We can take a chunk out of that Black Orc Big Boss. Starting to get some nice points. We're not anywhere near a wah yet, unfortunately. Well, it's just an all-out scrap over here. I want a piece of this big and rogue idol.
Right, Simon! I'll kill him in magic!
Oh man, I meant to click that on Skarsnik. Oh well. Taking out a few of these units over here. Oh, no, 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 no. Big mistake. Big mistake. I have regrets. Run, you sweet river troll. I gotta get one last spell off. Do it. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna take the spiders this way to attack some of this stuff. I lost my river troll, but at least I got a last spell off with it. Fortunately for me, though, the river troll was my only source of spells. I didn't put any spells on my shaman. I don't know if I'll get the river troll back. Really close to the white line, and it's still under fire. Try and bust on through here. Night, bud. Come here. Night. Sleep good, kid. Oh man, we lost our hag. It's a sad day, folks. It is a sad day. Hey, wait a minute. Skarsnik's trying to get away. I don't remember telling him he could do that either. Alright, getting all this stuff over here routed. Some Morgrim's Mangy Marauders, but they've spent their ammunition, fortunately. Pufflix has still got a bit of a lead on me. I don't know that he's going to let me get into any of these other things, but I'll try real quick. Trying to do a little bit of work on this Black Orc Big Boss. A few more kills. I'd like to spin the ammunition, even if it's not on particularly nice units. Yeah, he doesn't want to sit and play that game. I don't blame him. I'm going to head back this way. I'm going to ignore these archers for a minute. Start moving this way. I brought the squigs kind of for some cheap armor piercing. Wasn't really sure how they would do. They have really bad leadership, unfortunately, as well. gonna actually turn around and start throwing rocks at the Crimson Killers. Try and keep Skarsnik just bogged down for a minute, and I'll work on this Black Orc boss. Ooh, they were attacking Wurzag. Just go for it. I'm hoping that I'll get some decent points if I start hitting the Crimson Killers. They'll probably try and dodge, which makes sense. Getting hit with fermented fungi. Gotta keep our spears all over Skarsnik, because Skarsnik's gonna cause some good. I'm focusing on the Black Orc Big Boss because it gives immune to psychology. I want to take him off the battlefield here. We got a couple of good hits on the Crimson Killers. Killed 11 models already. Guess I'll keep summoning up magic even though it doesn't matter. Okay, we knocked the Black Orc Big Boss out of the fight, and then Skarsnik got terror routed, I think. So I'm gonna start crashing in here. Pufflix is still getting some points. He's cleaning up routing archer units. We're getting some nice points right now, though. Got some units that came back from routing. I'm gonna go see if we can terrorize these savage orcs. They are immune to psychology to an extent. I think when their leadership is still high because of the frenzy. Try and get my spider into Wurzag here. Like I said, I'm hoping if we can get the leadership low enough, I can just terror out some of these. Those are Orc Biggins coming in right behind him. Yeah, see, we got rid of one. If we get their leadership low enough, you can terror out them. Just trying to let my Gabo Spears absorb some of that charge, but they are not. So I'm just going to turn around and fight. Get as many units back into the fight as best I can. I don't have any magic, unfortunately. I wanted to be using spells like Purple Sun, and I did. I got one good use of the Purple Sun, but then I blew it and lost track of my Shaman. We're gonna lose our Big Gun Rogue Idol. Let's see if I can get some extra damage done to Wurzag before my units kick the bucket here. Doing damage to Wurzag, like if we could get really, really lucky and kill him, or, you know, which would be very lucky. Yeah, he's gonna run off. Understandable. Just gotta turn around and keep fighting here. We're not gonna live much longer. But we's fighting. When we're green and mean, we fight to the end. So Pufflix is still ahead of me in terms of score, and he's got these, he can potentially attack some of these units out here, but they're being guarded by Skulkers at the moment. So I'm going to be out of this match because I'm not even ahead of... Well, I said I was going to be out of this match. I got a unit back from routing. If I use it to kite, I can keep using its bow fire to potentially some good effect here. I'm being chased. I have to dodge this. My spider is the object of affection right now. I would assume we're going to see... That's Senshi Bat. Or no, that's Pufflix. I'm gonna try and save my lord here. I just don't think it's gonna work. Don't route. Don't do it. Woo! I'm taking a lot of damage from those. There's armor piercing on the Doom Divers, so regardless of the Doom Divers not really being meant for large, with a target as big as a spider, I mean, you're gonna score some hits. I can't catch up because the snotling pump wagons with the flappers is pushing my Great Shaman right off the edge of the battlefield. So I can't save him, but I can attack the snotling wagons at least when we get over here. Try and get a little bit of extra damage done with whatever little bit of army I've got left. I would have thought I would have gotten some charge damage there on the spider, but I didn't really. There we go, finally got a few points. I need to get ahead of Pufflix, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I'm so close, but I'm just not really getting the points I need right here, and I'm about to route. Yeah, there goes the Arachnarok, so I'm not going to be able to do it, so I'm not going to make it through this battle. Pufflix did just enough with his Wolf Riders here to stay ahead of me, and I think it's going to pay off for him, because I don't think there's enough left on the battlefield to carry Ramj all the way to the victory. I could be wrong, but he's going to need a lot of points, I think, to get ahead of Pufflix. I think Pufflix might be able to do it. He's still got this unit here with 6 angry Night Gobos, which means he might get a couple more points. I think, yeah, he did. So he got ahead of me by, about 200 points. He's still got units there. This one came back from routing. Likely to reroute soon. Yeah, I think Pufflix is going to carry this one. Fish Tactus says I just got Rome Remastered. Yeah, Rome Remastered's fun if you liked the original one. It's a really fun way to play the original game in a more modernized way. Definitely like it. Yeah, this one's going to be close, but I'm pretty sure, I just don't think Rom's just going to have the points to get through it. Like I said, I could be wrong. He used a smoke bomb here, but didn't quite catch this unit. He's trying to charge over to the Doom Diver catapults, but it didn't make it. So there we go. That was a close one. Wa FFA 1. It's in the battle. So, Senshi, if you can hear me, what was the name of your Greenskin Lord? Mine was Crappiest despite a git, and Crappiest was not able to pull off a victory. Ramj came back quite a ways from a slow start. Senshi, unfortunately, ended up as the object of affection for 2 armies, so our poor prophet caught between a rock and a hard place. We got pretty good value out of our Spider Shrine, and I got pretty decent value out of the Troll Hag, even though if I would have kept it, there would have been more opportunities for sure. And then we did, I say decent value, not really. It's hard to get the value out of the Debiggen, but we at least did some damage with it. And let's take a look at the other armies here. So Pufflix did well with Skarsnik. Skarsnik's not a particularly expensive lord, so I think all things he did well there. Blackwork Big Boss did pretty good. Let's see where he got a lot of his points from. This Morgrim's Mangy Marauders did some really nice work at 1,115. That's really good for a Wolf Rider as well. This Squig Hopper did extremely well also. So he had some units, and like right here, this 8 Peaks Looney did pretty darn good for its price. So he had some units that were doing good, like not one single unit did all his damage. He spread it out pretty nicely across multiple units. Ramj got a whole bunch of kills. With the Foot of Gork there. Decent value for Wurzag. I don't think he's a particularly expensive unit there either. The Crimson Killers weren't able to get anything done. They just didn't see much combat. The artillery was starting to pay back. Then the Snotling Pump Wagons actually got a surprising amount of damage in there too. And these Savage Orc Biggins were actually doing decent because they were up in the blob with my big and rogue idol. Hey, Appius, did you see my lord here in this one was Crappiest despite a git? Or, sorry, Crappiest despite a git? But yeah, there we go. Bat Senshi. I'm not sure if I saw Senshi Bat. Did your lord have a name? It was Gazabini. Gazabini, I guess here. The Night Goblin War Boss. He did not get too much work done in that battle. His Rogue One Big and Rogue Idol, sorry, was doing some. He also had some Snotling Pump Wagons. But not a ton of damage on any of these units for Senshi. He ended up in a tough spot there. And a lot of his units routed early. But anyway, Pufflix is going to stay. I'm going to actually, Pufflix, you'll have to rejoin the next one. So everybody pay attention here. Pufflix is going to stay in. I'm going to host as the spectator. And if you played in this battle, so Ramj and Senshi, hold off for a minute. We'll see if we can fill these 3 slots. If you all end up wanting to join again and we can't fill them, then we'll let you join. If you do want to play, make sure you go into your graphics options real quick and switch your graphics options to medium. Click the check mark. Do this before you come join the battle, please. So I'm going to rehost. This battle is going to be Daka Choppa Scrappa. The password is 1. So Daka Choppa Scrappa. Password is 1. I got to host as the spectator. And I'm going to switch it over to FFA. There we go. And we need Pufflix back, but then the other folks can join, so we'll have to get Pufflix in. He is in, Regina's in, Amoeba's in. We got one more slot. Yep, Tuso got in. So it's all greenskins, Regina. Pick a different build, but try to use the same lord. Okay, Regina doesn't want to play greenskins, so if anybody else wants to jump in. Fish Tactics says I have all of Greece and the Balkans as the Brudii. Yeah. Good old green Romans. Alright, Green Block has joined. That's a good name for a greenskin player tonight. So Green Block. Everybody has to play greenskins. I'm going to turn on unit caps. Greenskins are smelly, plus I don't have any of their DLC. That's what Regina says. Well, they do smell, and I think that that's an accurate description. As far as DLCs go, I mean, I would probably buy them all on my own just because I can, but CA gives me all of the DLC, so I have no excuse not to have all the DLC. Yeah, not having the DLC for the greenskins actually could be a little rough. They have some decent DLC units. Aren't the Regiments of Renown DLC, or is that a free? Is Regiment of Renown free, or is it DLC? I can't remember. Or some of both. Like some of the Regiments of Renown are free, and then some are DLC. I can't remember. I cannot remember. RORs are DLC. Okay. What's funny is that some of the Regiment of Renown units are really good, and other ones are just really meh. I'm going to pick a different map. This one's got like kind of the weird choke point. We'll pick the Lost Temple. So it's going to be a greenskin brawl in the jungle. Pufflix grabbed himself a victory in game 1. Now he's going to be up against Green Block, Tuso, and Once Aspiring Amoeba. And folks, these battles are going to determine who is the biggest and the baddest orc of them all. And just supposed to be fun. Do a little greenskin WoW. I figured we'd do some greenskin WoW. I'm thinking of campaigns upcoming. I want to play some more Warhammer 2 campaigns because we have plenty of time before Warhammer 3 comes out. And I don't think there's any more DLC on the way, so I had 2 campaigns in mind. One of them, I wanted to do a This Is Total War. Like, try and get the This Is Total War achievement, where you declare war on everybody the first turn you meet them, and it would be very fun to do with Grimgore, because all you do is fight as the Greenskins anyway, so it's kind of perfect. And then, for the other campaign, I want to do a co-op campaign with Mrs. Air. And I'm thinking Mrs. Air would probably want to play Alariel. And the question is, what faction do I take at that point? Easiest to help her would be to pick another start on Lothern. You know, like I could do a Lethanar. I could do not Emmerich, Altharion. We could do Tyrion. We could pick other people that start near there. So I want to do a co-op campaign with Mrs. Eyre. Like I said, she'd be playing as probably Alarielle. I think that's the one that she likes the most. She doesn't know much about all the stuff, but I'm pretty sure she likes Alarielle the most. She thinks the Dark Elves are disgusting. No, Aleth doesn't start on Lothern, but he'd be close enough where I could support. We could make it weird, and I could pick, like, Grom and support Alarielle, or I could pick, you know, the Noctilus and support. Tyrion and Alarielle seems like a popular combo. Start on opposite ends of Ulthuan. The only real challenge for her would be to get past the gate and take Nagarath early on. Yeah. I did tell her, like, so I think Fae Enchantress is another one of the cool female leads. And I mean, she doesn't have to play as a female character. I'll tell her all the characters, but I think she liked some of the girl characters. I think the Fae Enchantress is probably one of the cool female characters. Then, of course, you got Rapans, however you say it, too. I don't know. We'll see. But I think Fae Enchantress, and that might be a cool combo. I wouldn't start right there on Ulthuan, but she'd probably be safe, and I can help her fight the battles anyway because she can gift units to me. And I could play as the Fae Enchantress, and then she could be Alarielle, and we could do, like, you know, the Power Woman combo campaign, right? So the two big casters, the Lady and Alarielle. So that would be kind of a fun one too. But I don't know, Bretonia's cool. They have some fun units. Man, their infantry sucks. So I don't get too excited for Bretonia because their infantry sucks so hard, but it would be something different for me to do. Mrs. Eyre, I show her Marathi every now and then, and she's just like, gross. She's not a fan of Mom Rathi. Marathi's campaign is one of my favorites. I mean, she may be kind of a gross old lady, but boy, she has a good campaign. And her abilities in combat and magic is really neat. So, yeah, I think Fae Enchantress and Alarielle would be cool. I think, obviously, playing as... I did an Emmerich and an Eltharion fairly recently. I don't think I've ever played a Tyrion campaign on the channel, but he's kind of generic. Pretty easy. I'm not sure if I've played an Lethanar campaign either. So I think those ones would be fun. And then I think, like I said, the Fae Enchantress would be a fun one, too. With all the new Beastmen stuff, too, the Fae Enchantress could be an interesting start at Castle Carcassonne. Because you'd have a lot of Beastmen around, too. Marathi is the ultimate cougar. Oh, boy. Don't even want to think about it. She'll give you a night of love and pain and agony, followed by death. I would say one that you'll remember forever, but you really won't, because you'll be dead. Alright, so let's check out some of the armies here. Over here with the purple banners is Greenblock. He's rocking Grimgor. So Grimgor has always believed that he's the biggest and the baddest of all the orcs. So he's going to be trying to prove it here. He's surrounded by other orc boys. He's got a giant Ragnarok spider, some orc boar boys, who apparently are no longer the slowest cavalry in the game. I guess Empire Knights took that over from what I've heard. And then let's check out... Ooh, yeah, Greenblock's got some Vanguard units here. And they're vanguarded right on top of units from Once Aspiring Amoeba. So it just immediately goes into a fight, and Greenblock's going to get the better of that fight at the moment. We'll move over here. This is Tuso's army. He's got a Rogue Idol, and he's got Azag the Slaughter, a Blackwork Big Boss. Some Air Boys, Skulkers, other fun units there. And then this is Amoeba's army over here. He's got Grom de Paunch, working some light cavalry, and he's got the Logie Bogie Snotling Pump Wagons here as well. That is quite the name. Big Orc Shaman. Blackwork Big Boss, and it's the Big Wah, not the Little Wah. And then this time, the army for Pufflix. No, so Pufflix is the yellow. Why is this confusing me? Pufflix is Crooked Moon, right? Yeah, he's got Skarsnik. So that's Pufflix. It shows him with the yellow, but on mine, he's got like a blue banner around it. That's kind of confusing. CA, please. So Azag is already mixing it up with Grom. And then it looks like we've got reinforcements coming over from Grimgor's Wah as well. So this is about to be an all-out brawl here. Pufflix is going to want to truck it and get over here. He's going to need points. Whenever you're the last one into combat, you got to get a lot of points to make up for it, because you get a better chance of being the last man standing. However, there's no guarantee you'll get enough points to make it up to the top of the totem. So look here, we got an Orc Shaman and a Blackwork Big Boss teaming on Azag the Slaughterer. Azag is really taking a savage beating here. He's used Soul Blight, which will help. But Azag is in pretty deep here. I can see Pufflix, his army is on the move, looking to get over here. Grimgor's army is moving this way as well. He had some units Vanguard deployed that have already arrived. And so Aspiring Amoeba right now holding a tenuous lead against Tuso. And then Greenblock just trying to get in here and snag some points while all this is going down. A little bit of lag at the moment. Hopefully it'll clear out. We got Azag's Ard Armor going off right now. And a Wah, it looks like. But the Wah was not enough to... Hang on, the Wah... Yeah, the Wah was from Amoeba. And it is Tuso who's got the Wah active right now. Ooh, some units teetering here. The Big Boss just routed, and that's not good. That Big Boss gives immune to psychology if you bring the right ability, but when they break, that is lost. And so Azag manages to come out of that one. So now Tuso and his Azag army picking up a lead, heading out in front of Amoeba. There was a nice purple sun of Zerus over here. I'm not sure how well it connected. Pufflix is now arriving on scene. He's got his Trolls, Squig Hoppers, and Skarsnik, and a Black Orc boss, as well as the Arachnarok Queen, and a giant River Troll Hag. I'll bet you that was his spell going off over here. I see another one coming up, Purple Sun. It may not have been his, because I don't think you can cast those back to back. So it may have been someone else's Purple Sun. But Pufflix gets a nice Purple Sun there. Does a lot of damage, and he starts to pick up some points, and he's definitely going to want those. There's a lot of units still on the battlefield, and he's got a lot of AP damage he's going to be bringing into the battlefield. So here comes the Trolls. They're going to be fighting their way down into this. I'll try and get up close, let you all see it. This fight is now heavily concentrated all in this vicinity. I do believe Grimgor has really yet to arrive in force, though, so we could see Greenblock potentially in a good situation here. Tuso is trying to get his lead, but Amoeba's actually clawing a lot of that lead back right now. So Amoeba is definitely clawing back some lead. But he's not overtaking by any means. There's a Wah there for Grimgor's troops before he even arrived, and it's because he had so many troops fighting. Let's see here, Ragnarok attacking Rogue Idol, you got the River Troll Hag, and here comes Skarsnik. Skarsnik is actually real handy against large too. This is not good for the Black Orc Big Boss. He's about to be caught by Grimgor and the Giant, so he's going to turn around and run, as well he should. And Grimgor and a Giant in the same brawl is going to be really, really tough to counter. They are going to put down some serious hurt. Here comes the Giant, here comes Grimgor. I'm assuming we're going to start seeing Greenblock get some good points with those units in here. Pufflix is still trying to claw his way up the leaderboard. He is getting a good amount of points. Grimgor just took a pretty hard shot from that spider there. And look at that. Rogue Idol sent that River Troll Hag rolling with her carrion bag. Tuso still leading by about 1,200. Pufflick's quickly gaining points, but Green Block also getting a lot of points in this fight. Grimgor and his giant, they are putting some big hurt in here. Where did Skarsnik end up at? That little devil is good against large. His big boss is over here fighting the Rogue Idol. The Rogue Idol should be worth a lot of points. You got Azag over here along with the Black Orc big boss trying to finish an Ragnarok spider. The trolls, everything in here. I'm surprised Pufflix isn't picking up more points. He just must not be landing a lot of hits right now. So there's a lot of highly valuable targets that he's engaged with. That is going to be a wah for Pufflix's army. So they'll be getting boosted attack. Tuso now over 9,000 points, but Green Block is now closing in on the lead. He's gone well past Amoeba. So Amoeba is probably in rough shape at this point. His are the blue outlined green skin banners here. Green Block is the purple outlined ones. Ooh, that almost took out Azag back there. That was a nice shot. So Green Block has taken the lead. It's Grimgor. Let's see, Pufflix is in here fighting, but some of his units wavering now. They're having a hard time cutting through that Rogue Idol, and I expected Pufflix was going to get a lot more points than this when his troops got here. All the trolls have armor piercing, but it's just not working out that way. The Ragnarok Queen is trying to get some work done over here. Pufflix did just nearly catch up with Amoeba here, but he's still a ways off of the leader. Tuso now getting some points back in here, but Green Block's still pulling the lead. Remember, Tuso is the Bone Rattlers, so he's got Wurzag still over here. He's got some Squig Hoppers and the Rogue Idol that's still getting some points here. Black Orc Big Boss that's fighting Skarsnik, or sorry, Grimgor at the moment. Oh my gosh, man, that Black Orc Big Boss got a good hit in before Grimgor just absolutely crushed him. So Grimgor put him out of his misery. Very close right now between Tuso and Green Block. But Tuso is now losing some of the few troops that he's got left. So, see, he can pick up some free points off that spider as it routes. See what it looks like between Pufflix and Green Block. Grimgor's a little beat up. The Giant's taking some damage. You've got a pretty healthy Skarsnik. Quite a few trolls, river trolls, and stone trolls sitting around. The Ragnarok Queen's still alive. Looks like she's going to move away from the big uns. He's still got the river troll hag. Let's see what's going on. There's a fermented fungi used against Skarsnik. Or sorry, not against Skarsnik. It was used against Grimgor. Grimgor's in bad shape. He's berserking in the middle of this fight. So Pufflix now gaining some points. And if Pufflix is the last man standing, I think he will win. But it's hard to say at this point. You got a lot of Orc big uns back here. They should do nice counter work against some of the troops he has. It's just a matter of whether the leadership is going to hold together for Grimgor's Wah. Because Grimgor just routed. He's supposed to be the biggest and the baddest, but he routed after getting hit by that fermented fungi. Gotta watch out for the fungus you eat there, Grimgor. So Green Block was in a pretty solid situation for the most part, but he's in trouble now. Skarsnik's looking pretty good. Look at this, Grom punches through here from Amoeba. And Amoeba's still trying to rack up some points. I think he's going to try and finish Grimgor. Make sure that Grimgor doesn't get back in. And he got him. So Grom takes out Grimgor. Let's see what Amoeba can do with Grom. There is a fair bit of infantry left. I don't know if he can claw his way back into this or not. Pufflix just got over 10,000. Spider is in bad shape. See, Tuso's still alive back here with Azag. I don't know how, he probably doesn't have a lot of magic. Greenskins aren't great at pulling in a lot of magic. See Grom continue to cycle charge. Look at Amoeba trying to get those points. But Grom is going to be in over his head. And this, ooh, took a little shot from Skarsnik there. The Prada. Azag does some work. Is Grom trying to charge Azag? He is. He's trying to charge Azag, but got caught on the river trolls. Wasn't able to get the charge. So I do believe Pufflix is probably going to take this one home. I don't think anybody can down him at this point. Grimgor's army isn't completely shattered, so he's chasing it, because Grimgor may get some of the army back and give Greenblock a chance to try and get some more points. It's like Grom is just in battle here, and Azag's going to drop down in, try and get some hits on Grom, and he does. So Tuso trying to claw some... Oh, a Spirit Leech. That's brutal. So the River Troll Hag for Pufflick, Spirit Leech is Azag, and Azag is on his deathbed. There he goes. So Tuso's not technically out of the fight yet, at least according to this. I don't know what units he has left. This one's routing right here. Alright, some of Grimgor's army did come back, so he's got some big uns and the giant. I don't know what else, if anything's going to come back. Technically, no one's out of the fight yet. Not entirely. But I think Amoeba's about to be. I don't know if he can get Grom back at this point. We'll see. Yep, Grom did come back. Grom heals, so if he tries to play it safe for a minute, he could try and pick up a few hit points. I don't know that he has a way of getting himself back into the battle, though. Spirit Leeched. I don't think he's going to survive that. He used an ability there to keep the leadership up, but depends on how much damage that Spirit Leech does. Looks like, yeah, Grom leadership routed there. Survived the Spirit Leech, but then the leadership rout, so Pufflick's put him down. The Giant just got hit with the Fermented Fungi here, and if it comes straight at Skarsnik, Skarsnik's got a good chance to finish it. He'll probably take some damage on the charge, which he did. Then I would expect Skarsnik to get some counter damage in on this Giant. And he is. Just Giants do a lot of damage. They're just kind of a glass cannon. Looks like the Grimgor's army is starting the chain route with the loss of that Giant. So it looks like Pufflix is going to get a second win. This one was very close. Excellent run by Greenblock here. He's ahead by a lot. No, Greenblock took it. I was just getting ready to say Greenblock may still be able to do it. He did. Greenblock got just enough points to stay ahead in that. How come it didn't let me save the battle? I'm going to tab out real quick and go save that file before it goes away. So give me just a second. Replays, autosave. Rename. WA FFA 2. All right, so we've got a new champion at the top here. Amoeba's saying he's not good at greenskins. Well, neither am I, Amoeba. Neither am I. But hey, it's WA night. So Greenblock comes in, snatches a victory there, just barely. About 300 points, so Pufflick's darn near pulled it out. And that's the danger of a fight starting all the way across the map from you, is you gotta hurry over there, and he did. He came over knowing that he needed to get points. He jumped in, tried to get the points. It just wasn't quite enough, and so the last man standing just wasn't enough. But it was very well done. So here's the thing, folks. Greenblock will need to stay in this game. Pufflix, Tuso, and Amoeba can drop, and then 3 more people can come in. Before you come into the game, go to your graphics settings, change the settings to medium, okay? The name of the game is, I think it's like, what is it? It's Daka, Choppa, Scrappa, and the password is 1, okay? Daka, Choppa, Scrappa, the password is 1 if you want to join. So I'm going ahead and, letting you all know what it is. I'm going to take a look at some of these units here, though. Grimgor was starting to get some damage done, but that Fermented Fungi kind of ruined his day. I think the Giant did very, very well here for Greenblock. And so did the Arachnarok Spider. He got a ton of points off those 2 units. And then not bad off of these big uns, too. I think that's pretty darn good, all things considered. What he got out of the big uns. Not a ton off the Boar Boys. Pufflix over here. Skarsnik wasn't able to get a ton of points. River Troll Hag did well. I mean, the Trolls did okay. I mean, they roughly brought back what he paid for them. The Arachnarok Queen, probably not quite as much as what he paid. This Stone Troll did extremely well. So it did some nice value. Let's look at Tuso's army here with Azag. Azag got almost 3,000 damage value, which is impressive. And then his Black Orc Big Boss picked up 2246, which again, that's a pretty impressive performance from those units. The Rogue Idol at 3408, so the Rogue Idol also picked up a ton of points for Tuso. And then Amoeba's army, Grom did really quite well here at 2414. No big complaints there. His Big Boss and Shaman didn't quite get a whole bunch there. This Snotling Wagon with the spiky rollers did pretty good. And let's see, the other Snotling Wagon, which is the Logie Bogies, did not end up doing so well. But anyway, thanks for subbing, Bryce. Appreciate it. Anyway, that was a fun battle. I enjoyed that one. So I need Green Block. Are you able to stay for another battle? If you are, go ahead and join this one. Ghost King and Michael of War is in here. So Green Block, you're supposed to go ahead and play another if you win. But if you can't, it's fine. You're not going to ruin our night or anything. But if 2 more people join in and fill it up, I'll have to kick someone to let Green Block in if he wants to come back. So I don't know who Green Block was over here in the YouTube chat. But sound out if you're there. We want you back in this one for another run here. Let's see. Let's pick another map. Pick the pools here for fun. Is anybody able to join? Or are we just sitting here? I got Ghost King and Michael of War. It's open. But sometimes the game bugs out or something like that. So if anybody's having a hard time joining, let me know. It's called Daka Choppa Scrappa. Password is 1. It's the number 1. Have a good night, Fish Tactics. There's Pufflix. Feel free to stick around, Pufflix. I don't know what happened to Green Block either. He may not be able to stay for another. I missed some chat, so it may have been someone typing at me. Let me get it here. Oh, he says I can't play again. I have homework, but I'll watch. Okay, thanks for playing, Green Block. Appreciate it. So Pufflix is going to jump back in. If we have anybody else who wants to fill the last one, come fill it. There we go. Tuso's going to come back for some more action. Pufflix has 1 win. Green Block has 1 win. Ghost King and Michael and Tuso trying to get on the board. We're going to play the Rock Auto Pools. Rock Auto? It almost sounds like Rock Auto, like the internet online auto parts stores. And no, they're not sponsoring the videos. I wish they were. I'd be happy to take some sponsor money. Unfortunately for me, the only sponsor money I've been offered anytime recently is stuff that you all would absolutely hate, like mobile games. And you know, I'd have no problem like working with sponsors, but my bar for like working with someone as a sponsor is it has to be something that I would use and that I actually think you all would enjoy. So for being mobile games, I hate mobile games. I never play them. I don't enjoy them. And so I would never sign like a thing to Manscaped. No thanks. No thanks. Although it is important to take care of your manly hygiene, I can't really feel good about myself and be advertising about shaving my junk to everybody. So Manscaped I would also have to say no to. Raid Shadow Legends. I have been offered by Raid Shadow Legends, but I've never accepted it. And then there was recently, I was excited because one of these companies reached out to me saying, hey, we have a Warhammer game. And I was like, oh, good. My audience will like a Warhammer game. And so I signed their NDA and asked, okay, what game is it? They're like, it's a mobile game. And I'm like, oh. And I was like, no, I can't do it. I hate mobile games. Like, even if it's Warhammer, I just can't do it. The only game I ever play on my phone is, like, Knights of the Old Republic, and it's not a mobile game. It's a real game that they just put on a mobile phone. Everybody always gets sponsored by Ridge Wallet as well. And I think Ridge Wallet did send me something once, but it's like, I already hate having like a hard wallet in my pocket that I sit on and it hurts my butt. And Ridge Wallet is rigid. And I would have to keep it in like a cargo pocket on the side or something to want to use it, because if it was underneath my butt, that'd be terrible. I mean, it looks good, I don't carry cash anywhere again, so Ridge Wallet could be good. But yeah, anyway, they offered me, and I was like, nah, I don't think so. Like, 'cause I just don't think I'd ever use it. The Warhammer mobile games are all horrible anyways, typical reskin nonsense. Yeah, I don't ever play mobile games. I never put that stuff on the channel. And like I said, I don't mind taking money from a sponsor. I think it's great. Like, I've been sponsored, for instance, by Paradox to show some of their games. I've done some sponsored stuff from CA where it's not necessarily money that they give you, but like, you know, they'll send us like a big, you know, box of goodies and stuff, which is basically money, right? 'Cause sending you free stuff. So I don't have any problem doing any of that stuff because I know you all would like the Paradox games. You like the Total War games. MSI, I haven't worked with them this year because they kind of changed the way they do their sponsor stuff. I think they'd still be willing to work with me. They're just not doing like some official program. But, you know, I didn't have any problem being sponsored by MSI because computer parts are totally irrelevant, and I actually use their stuff a lot. Like, so again, none of that stuff bothers me because, sure, like, you don't have to buy it, but I use it. Anyway, yeah, so I love when the sponsored stuff comes, but it's rare because I'm picky about the sponsored stuff I'll take. But that's, again, also the benefit of I'm not a full-time YouTuber, so I don't need this income to fund my family. What I usually do if I get sponsor money is I honestly like put it into like a vacation savings for the family, and we use it for something fun. Ain't No Meaning says you need to get a Himalayan organic artesian bespoke pink salt company to sponsor you. Now that is a good idea. I need to reach out to some salt companies and see if we can get some sponsorships here. That is a good idea. Sponsor yourself for Infinite Now. There we go, Pilgrim. Pilgrim's figured out the method to the madness here. I'll just sponsor myself for $1 million, pay myself the $1 million, and then when I get the million, I'll pay myself back, and then so on and so forth ad infinitum, right? Himalayan pink salt sponsorship. That would be great. I wanted to, like, because MSI told me, like, I could reach out to him and propose things to do with him this year, and the main reason I haven't is because nobody's building computers for the most part. No one can afford a graphics card if they can find it. Gaming market's just messed up. Warhammer 3 is coming up, and I thought about, like, trying to work with them on something, but I just don't know what yet. Until graphics cards really become available, it just feels weird trying to tell you all about building your own computer when it's almost impossible to do it. Get sponsored by spam. Now that actually sounds like a good idea. We could do the WA spam. Man, I might reach out to spam. I wonder if they could sponsor the Grimgore campaign. We could make WA spam. I could go pitch the idea to him. This would be great. All right, think about it, right? We reach out to spam. We get them to sponsor the campaign. And I'll get some spam and make a video, and we'll use some green food coloring, and we'll make some WA spam. And I'll cook it in a video. Oh, now we're talking. I like where this is going. Now, see, we got some good marketing thinking here. I like it. Get the green WA spam. All right. Let's take a look at some of the armies here. So, Michael of War is the Gabo Great Shaman on the Spider Shrine. Got another Arachnarok Spider there. Hammer of Gork. Greenskins and ham. Exactly, Senshi. Greenskins and ham. Grom and a Pizza Hut sponsorship. Now, I like that liquid gold. Hey, I'll tell you what. If some junk food company were to sponsor me, you know, like Slim Jims or Doritos, oh man, I would have no problem promoting that to you all because I eat way too much junk food. I'm all about it. Energy drinks, I never drink. I think that was another one, like, because Lionheart and all them got in with Sneak Energy, and I probably could have tried to do the same thing, but I honestly hate energy drinks, and I never drink them. And I think they're gross, and they just, yeah, ugh, no. I can't do energy drinks of any sort. I know a lot of gamers like them, I just can't do it. Like, so I can understand where them doing the energy drink thing is actually pretty relevant to their audience, because a lot of young people and then gamers just like energy drinks, but I can't do it. Oh my gosh, Appius says KFC, Taco Bell. Taco Bell would be the holy grail of sponsorships. Like, can you even imagine getting like tacos and crunch wraps all the time as part of a sponsorship? That would be like the mother lode of sponsorships. I'd be all over that, Appius. That would be incredible. I don't know how in the world you land a Taco Bell sponsorship, but oh man, that's how you know you're someone at that point. You got Taco Bell behind you, what else do you need? It's gonna be fun. We got some funny armies here. This map's a bit different too. People are gonna have to come out in the center. It's got some kind of blocking terrain. This water is gonna slow down some movement. This should be interesting. Free dozen tacos with every video. Hey, so I'm gonna talk about this shamelessly, all right? Back when I was in high school, we came up with something called the 12 Taco Challenge. And when you buy a dozen tacos, you get them cheaper. And back in the day, if you bought like a large Coke and a dozen tacos, then you got them even cheaper. So we were getting like a dozen tacos for like $5.50. And of course we would eat all 12 tacos in the same sitting. And I have to say, Air has multiple times taken on the 12 Taco Challenge and won. And that whole Taco Bell party box thing, I don't know about party box or sharing, but the 12 tacos in the box are totally fine just for me. Has anybody else here done the 12 Taco Challenge? Because it's pretty fantastic. Holy Pilgrim says, I buy party packs for myself. Okay, now Pilgrim and I are on the same level here. You go through the drive-thru, you buy the party pack, and the people are looking at you, and they're kind of thinking like, is he really going to a party, or is he just eating this by himself? And you're just sitting there shamelessly smiling. I'm eating this thing by myself. Livid Pile of Dirt says most he's done is 6. No one's got a point so far because everybody has to move forward. This map's a little bit bigger. Ain't No Meaning says, I don't think I could eat 12 taco shells. You know, it's just like anything else in life. You have to believe, okay? And then you just gotta go do it. You gotta believe, and then you go make it happen. You make your dreams come true. I'll tell you what, you mentioned KFC and Taco Bell. I'm not like a huge fan of KFC. Their food's good, but like I don't eat there all that often. But when they made the chicken sandwich, everybody's always talking about who's winning the chicken sandwich fight between Chick-fil-A and Popeyes. And don't get me wrong, both of those are good. But everybody's ignoring KFC. KFC's chicken sandwich is pretty legit. Like, I mean, it is pretty excellent. Holy Pilgrim says Popeyes wins easy. They're good. I don't know. There's ups and downs to each one. I kind of like each of them. Pilgrim says I ignore KFC for a reason. Oh boy. Poor Wurzag for Tuso. He's getting shot up by the Wolf Riders. Daniel says I'm lucky that I live in a place with many taquerias. Oh yeah, that's good. You can't have too many tacos, man. That stuff's great. Do they have Biscuitville in Arkansas? They do not, that I'm aware of. Ain't No Meaning. Not where I live, at least. One of my favorite places to eat here, though, as far as tacos go. Now, it's not as cheap as Taco Bell. We have this place called Tacos for Life. If y'all don't know what Tacos for Life is, look them up on Google. It's like tacos, the number 4, I think, and life. Oh my gosh. Tacos are so freaking good. In fact, I'm going to be going there this weekend, now that I mentioned it. Alright, let's check out the fight here. Michael of War is in the lead with Ghost King close behind. So Michael of War has the blue outline around his units. Ghost King is the Bone Rattlers. Pufflix is the Crooked Moon. And then you got Tuso Forever. I got to get focused in on the battle here. Now I'm just thinking about tacos. Alright, let's see. There's still a lot of people spread out across here. Pufflix has got to get across the map still. And then not a huge engagement so far from Ghost King. It was just kind of a skirmish going on. Most of the armies are still separated. Like if we look at the radar map here, I'm gonna expand it for a minute. Come on, won't expand. Oh, there we go. All right, so the radar map, if we take a look at it, most of the armies are still separated. There's only just a little bit of skirmishes going on between the forces. And put that back down here. Yeah, if you all have a Tacos for Life anywhere near you, you definitely need to go try it. They have amazing tacos. Like, just fantastic. There's quite a few good taco places in town, actually. Alright, so a bit of a slow start on this one. Everybody's kind of feeling their way into this. It looks like Pufflix is trying to move around behind the Bone Rattlers. His main force over here, he's got Skarsnik again. Let's see. The Big and Rogue Idol for Tuso has thrown quite a few rocks here. He's got Wurzag. So no, that was the same Wurzag. I think it's up here early. I don't think we have multiple Wurzags. This Boar Boys is going for the Hammer of Gork. So Ghost King pulls ahead momentarily. He got some good points off of attacking these units back here. Alright. So now the Bone Rattlers look like they're lined up. They've taken a bit of a defensive position here with their artillery, so it ought to be fairly safe as long as they keep a couple of units. Looks like these Black Orcs and other units back here facing off against Pufflix's mobile component. Bit of a blob here, so we'll need to watch out just in case someone busts out the Vortex spell here. Oh yeah, there's a spell coming. I don't know what it is yet. Purple Sun, and it looks like it was thrown against Pufflix, and it's going to Ghost King. So he got some nice points off of that. Like a spider hatchling summon here. That's Michael of War coming into this. He may be trying to run at these archers. Yep, he is. Trying to disrupt the archer line. These Savage Orcs are getting savaged by a couple of massive spiders. Savage Orcs are not going to like fighting those spiders. Ghost King in a commanding position here with the artillery, though. He's got a good opportunity to potentially get a lot of points. That artillery. It's like Pufflix is still moving around over here. His cavalry component trying to disengage from the infantry of Ghost King. And let's look at Tuso. Tuso still making his way from across the map. A lot of greenskin units are kind of slow. Pretty much all greenskin units are kind of slow. Got a Foot of Gork there against the Goblin Rock Lobbers. Not sure who dropped that spell. Must have been a Wurzag, probably. I haven't seen any... Well, yeah, there is an Orc Shaman here. It could have been the Shaman. So that was probably Michael of War who used the Foot of Gork. You would think the Foot of Gork would be very good against artillery. It's not. It's not as good as you would think. It's like Pufflix is trying to get into some combat here and get some points. Ghost King is still way ahead, but Michael of War picked up some nice points. Here comes another Foot of Gork. This time on a Savage Orc. So seeing multiple Foot of Gorks. That one I think was from Wurzag. The fight right now is mostly around this hill, so it's almost like King of the Hill. Michael is picking up some points. Ghost King's still doing well, though. Pufflix and Tuso are going to have a long way to try and claw themselves back into this. Ghost King is getting quite a few points at the moment. However, like, if all of a sudden, you know, some of his key units get killed, he may not be able to gain a whole bunch more, so we'll see. He's still got a Black Orc back here, which could get some points in the right situation. Azag is still pretty darn healthy. He's got some archers, so Ghost King appears to still have plenty of options in terms of getting points. Pufflix is now gaining some points fairly quickly. Let's see what he's attacking. It's like a snotling pump wagon. Plowed into some of his infantry over there. Then he may have been getting some damage off against the Ragnarok Queen there too. His cavalry is kind of picking at scraps, it looks like. Maybe trying to get in and kill archers and get some other easy kills, which I don't think any greenskins got a problem with being scrappy. Aaron says, hey, HeirofCarthage, just wanted to say you're great. Appreciate the content. Keep it up. You got this. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us tonight. Glad you're enjoying the content. We got an all-out brawl going here. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Trying to keep a bird's eye view here so we can see what's going on. These Night Goblin archers are going to get taken out by Pufflix. So he's going to pick up a few more points. Ghost King just passed 8,000 points. Michael of War is making up some points here. He's getting closer to that lead. Tuso is still in a distant position from a points standpoint. He's got the green bannered units. He's got the giant river troll hag. I think she came up with some spirit leech here. This black orc looks like it's headed up on the hill to help the artillery, maybe? Michael of War here with the Gabo Great Shaman. He's close to taking the lead. He's catching up to Ghost King. Let's see where Azag's at. Did Azag head off to? Azag died. No? Here's Azag. I expected him to be a different color on the map. Azag's still alive. Looks like maybe he's targeting this Black Orc Big Boss over here. That's a risky fight. Might want to go for that Shaman instead. Yeah, looks like he's changed targets. A Spirit Leech and Dive Bomb it. So Ghost King gonna pick up a few points there. Michael of War lost his Gabo Great Shaman here. That could get rough. Looks like Skarsnik's still kind of scuffling out here with Tuso's forces. And it looks like the Biggin threw his last rock unless he uses his ability where he can just take some damage and pull more rocks out of himself. Did Azag get that Shaman? He's chasing it still. Risky because now you got an Ragnarok. Ooh, this is risky. Depends on if Michael of War gets that spider the right order here. Nope, he's going to take off. It's like Azag's going to bail out of that one. He's still got some archers with good ammo over here. They're hidden for the moment. And then Michael of War's Lord could come back, but you've got Pufflix and Tuso bearing down in that direction, so I'm not sure if they will. Tuso's got troops in the vicinity. It's like those are black orcs. That's going to be a real problem for Pufflix's army. Someone's Lord just died over here. That was Tuso's Lord. I think that was an Azag. It went down. Yeah, Lord recently died. Skarsnik coming up. Rogue Idol's just got the raw damage. Skarsnik doesn't count as a large target, so the Rogue Idol's going to get a bonus versus him. Skarsnik gets a bonus versus the Idol. That Idol, ooh, yeah, see right there where it lands the hit, it's going to be painful. Look at this, the Bone Rattlers got their archers up here into a nice firing position. They just lost their artillery and their Black Orcs, though. So that's going to be a big hit for Ghost King. Take a look out here and see what Pufflix is up to. He's still battling it out with some goblins here in the woods, and there's a Rogue Idol over there from Michael of War. Ghost King's going to have to work hard to keep getting points at this point. Azag is pretty weak. He's going to have to try and protect these archers. They got hit with a Mither right here, so they're going to be very slow. Azag dove into this. Wow, that is gutsy. This could be the end of Azag right here. Those Gobos have poison. I'm not sure if he can get out of that. He might. The archers, though, taking some good shots in there. Yeah, Azag's going to use Foe Seeker and go ahead and get back up into the air. There's going to be a summon here from the Ragnarok Queen by Michael of War. That's going to be very nice. Good opportunity to kill off some archers. Yeah, and Pufflix at this point has turned and run, and yeah, he should. He's in trouble. Pufflix is in big trouble here. He's got Michael of War's Great Gobbo Great Shaman, or Gobbo Great Shaman that came in back behind him, and he's facing off against some Black Orcs and Debigan Rogue Idol. So one summon. That Spider Hatchling's going to get some points for sure. So Michael of War picking up some nice points off these archers. And then he's getting to these other ones. Or no, that's Tuso's troops getting the other one. So they split the archers. Azag is still alive. He's safe for the moment. I don't think anything can touch him in the air unless it's a Spirit Leech or something. Spiders have a lot of ammunition too, so they can shoot up into the air. Ooh, Skarsnik's Prodder there with a little hit. Is that a summon? What's that sound? It almost sounded like Beast. Or I don't know what that summon was. So the Goblin Wolf Riders for Pufflix are trying to stay ahead of the big spiders and just keep getting damage done. Michael of War's got an Orc Shaman out here. Hit him with a Don't Even Try It. He definitely should have saved that for a single entity target like Skarsnik. The Big and Rogue Idol is now fighting a lot of troops from Pufflix. And he got a nice Fermented Fungi off on the Black Orcs and also dropped their melee defense quite a lot with it. So that was a pretty good way to weaken them. Pufflix is gaining some points. Tuso getting some points out of that fight too. Ghost King's still in the lead. Azag barely alive over here, 311 hit points. Some of the archers came back from routing, have a good chance to get some damage done on this River Troll Hag. Ghost King can try and keep getting some points here. River Troll Hag's going to come towards him. If she has her Mither ability, she can definitely catch one of them. So who is going to be the last man standing? I'm thinking Tuso, maybe? He's got the Rogue... Well, I don't know. He lost his Lord. He's got the Rogue Idol. Skarsnik's in rough shape, but he's got two Black Orc big bosses. Azag can kind of fly around. Michael's got the giant River Troll Hag, and I think he's got two spiders still alive, too. They're just way over here at the edge of the map, so I think Michael's got a pretty good chance to carry this one, maybe. Pufflix is trying hard to claw his way off of this bottom position, but it's not going well for him. His archers are doing a nice job of picking up some free damage over here. Ghost King trying to stay ahead. He's got about a 700-point lead. Tuso definitely has a good opportunity to get some more points, though. It's like that Black Orc big boss is going to get away. Skarsnik is caught, though. It's going to be really bad news for Skarsnik. I don't think there's any getting away for him. He's just probably not fast enough. He's using a leadership buff at the moment, trying to get out of there, but it's really just a matter of time before him and Gobbler are caught, and they get stuck having to fight here. It's Orc Night, Lady Goblins drink free. That's right, ain't no meeting. This is pretty good. This is going to be a tight bet. Like I said, I think Michael of War has a good chance, but it's not a given for him. He's got a few entities here. They're going to be pretty powerful. Those Night Goblins, Night Gobbos. The Rogue one, the Rogue Big Idol, or the Big and Rogue Idol is going to be pretty tough. You've got the River Troll Hag that if she's got any spells left could be a big problem too. Could be a summon here from the Ragnarok Queen. Good way to slow these troops down. Should be quick terror routes. So Michael of War has a good opportunity here to pick up some points. The Black Orcs cannot be terror routed. Oh, look at that. Tuso used the ability to take the damage and get more rocks. Skarsnik came back from routing, used his Prodder missile ability to try and get some extra damage in there. So Pufflick's still scrapping away at it here. I think Michael of War is in pretty good shape now. Well, I don't know. Is Gabo Great Shaman just routed? Never mind. This could get rough for Michael of War. Tuso's Troll Hag is in pretty good shape. It's gonna need some help from that Rogue Idol. It's got more ammo now though, so it just berserked. So he lost control of it. It's gonna come in here and just fight whatever's closest to it. The Troll Hag is now facing a couple of Arachnarok spiders. Does have the Rogue Big Idol, or the Big and Rogue Idol here. Ooh, it stomps the spider. I think Tuso is now looking like the potential winner here. Could be a photo finish though, we'll see. I imagine, oh look at this. Azag not dead, he's coming back for some scraps here. That unit shattered, so he won't get anything else out of it, but he could chase this spider. But if those guys shoot at him, it could be really bad for him. But he could try and go route that spider off the field all the way. The Rogue Idol about to drop here. The River Troll Hag, pretty well supported. Yeah, he's gonna charge the spider. The spider came back from routing though, and all it's gonna take is maybe some of those arrows. Yeah, Azag took some right there. Interesting stuff. It's gonna be close, folks. It's gonna be close. Alright, so Michael of War is out. He can't come back. Ghost King is out. But Tuso has a chance to still win on points here. If Pufflix lives, I think he would win. But can Skarsnik take a beating like this? I just don't know if he can. He's gonna try and get these black orcs over here. Tuso got some points right away, but then got routed. So Pufflix picks up more off of that engagement. What if anything else Pufflix got left here? Oh, that Rogue Idol's throwing some rocks. He's got a Black Orc Big Boss over here now. These units are shattered, so I don't think Pufflix get any more points for running down the shattered units. Could be wrong, but I think once a unit shatters that you're done getting points from it. If the Black Orc Big Boss could help hold Skarsnik together... Oh! That rock hit Skarsnik. That's rough. So that was very much worth it for Tuso. Yeah, this is going to be a close finish, but I think Tuso's got it. The River Troll Hag is getting health back. So Tuso's just going to be getting stronger every minute that he's not engaged by Skarsnik. So I think Tuso's got this one. And it'll be a clear victory. I don't think Pufflix has a way to win. But like I said, I think it's going to be a clear victory. Obviously, if Tuso wins, it's going to be a clear victory because he's going to get the last man standing bonus as well. But it's a fairly close finish, all things considered. But like I said, with this troll healing, I don't think so. Like, I don't think there's any way this is going to happen. Pufflix is trying to get the Black Orc Big Boss in here, and I would imagine he wants to, take a pot shot, maybe get that Rogue Idol. Yeah, see, it's shattered. So we'll see now. Can the Big Boss combine with Skarsnik to potentially kill that River Troll Hag? Better be careful here. Better be careful here with that Black Orc Big Boss. Needs to stay ahead of the goblins. They're going to poison it. They touch him. Managed to get away. Oh, but the River Troll Hag KO'd Skarsnik in the meantime. And that would have been a tough finish anyway, to try and get rid of that River Troll Hag in any short order. So here we go, the Bag of Carrion versus the Boar. Comes what few Wolf Riders were left. The Black Orc Big Boss. He is not going to make it, and so the victory is going to go to Tuso. I think. Yes. For a minute there, I heard some routing horns, and it wasn't all Pufflicks. So yeah, he got it. So a close finish on the battlefield. It's going to end up being a pretty solid win for Tuso by points. So we've had 3 battles and 3 winners. And I don't have time to do a whole nother battle, but I'll tell you what we'll do for the rest of the stream. First of all, thank you to all the people who joined the battles. That was really fun. I'm going to go save this replay too. So I'll have all of these. We might be able to make some videos out of them. So I'm going to say WA FFA 3. Those were some fun battles. Some of those were actually pretty intense. Let's take a look at Tuso's troops here. I'm going to click there. So he got a little bit early killed, or he got killed early with Wurzag. Did a good job with the Troll Hag and the Black Orc Big Boss. Got some value out of his Black Orcs. Not quite as much as he paid, but, you know, not bad. Got a ton of value out of the Rogue Idol, and that's not something I would have expected. It actually paid for itself on the Rogue Idol, which is impressive with the big end because it is very expensive, and it's difficult to get it to pay for itself. Look at this Goblin unit here, picking up 1424 value. That is nuts for a Goblin unit, so it did extremely well. Ghost King, we'll take a look at his units. Azag did a fantastic job, 25-24. Let's look at the artillery. Not bad, because this artillery is pretty cheap. Black Orc paid for itself just barely, so nice work with it. So not bad here for Azag overall. Nice split. And then Michael at War, I thought he had this one for a minute too, with those 2 spiders left over, but it wasn't quite enough to carry him. Nice damage with the Gabo Great Shaman. Not as much with the Orc Shaman, though I did think he got a couple of nice spells in there. The Hammer of Gork did okay, and his Arachnarok Queen did pretty well, as did the Rogue Idol. See if any of his infantry did anything crazy. Nothing crazy off his infantry. And then with Pufflicks, Skarsnik had a hard time there, but, I mean, look at these Black Orc Big Bot. That is nuts. He got some insane damage out of these 2 Black Orc Big Bosses. They darn near gave him enough to get over the hump there. Like, that was really well done by those 2 Big Bosses. That is impressive. I wouldn't have expected that out of those units. The Orc Boar Dude chopped Azag so bravely. Yes, he did. Hey, thank you to everybody for playing. Thank you. That was a lot of fun. I have a few minutes left to stream, but I'm not going to have time to organize another battle and then narrate the whole thing. So what I'm going to do for the remainder of this video is go take a look at something real quick. I'm going to load out of the game and then back in. I'm not ending the stream yet, so don't leave. I'm just going to load out of the game. I'm going to load it back with a couple of mods turned on, some of my typical campaign mods. And I just want to look at something with Grimgore, kind of do a little bit of exploration with you all here on the stream. I'm going to put couple of these mods on real quick that I like to use. Character respecs. And we're going to need the UI modding framework. No great power penalty. And then I'm going to turn on this greenskin gun mod. I don't know that I'm actually going to use it in the campaign with Grimgore. It adds a couple of scrap gun units for the greenskins. And I just want to take a look at the start position for the greenskins. What the heck? Turned the game on and it must have crashed on launch. I've got a mod that's screwing us up here. Try and launch it again. It could be one of these mods. I'm going to turn off the gun mod because that'll be one less thing. I think any of these mods should be conflicting with each other. Whack Cackle says he's got to go grab some food, so he's definitely going for the 12 taco challenge. He heard us talking earlier. He's down. Aaron, appreciate the kind words. Says I haven't seen a lot of your Warhammer content, but gotten a lot of tips over the years from your Rome 2 and Attila. Well, thanks, man. I love playing those games too. I love my Rome 2 campaign right now. It's a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to load up a Grimgore campaign in Mortal Empires. I'm not going to play a ton of this, but I just figured I could explore this with you all here at the end of the stream. I'm wanting to do a This Is Total War. And I was thinking if we do like a Legendary Chaos Invasion, battle difficulty on normal, just so that all of our units make sense, but keep the campaign difficulty on very hard, the Chaos Invasion on Legendary, and then we do a This Is Total War, meaning we declare war on everybody on the first turn, every turn, like the first time we meet them. So anytime we meet a faction, we declare war. And it's the only piece that we could do would be confederating with other greenskin tribes. I don't know if that meets technically the requirements for the This Is Total War requirement, but I don't really care. I wouldn't mind confederating the other greenskin lords if we defeat them and force them into the confederation, but no peace with any other faction. Like, it's just total war. So I don't know, what do you all think? That was just my thoughts on what would make for a good all-out war campaign with the greenskins. Ghost King says, man, that was a really fun match. GG to all the players. Thanks again, Air, for hosting. No problem. It was a fun night. I had a good time playing and watching the battles with you all tonight. Always appreciate everybody joining.
Crag is yours, my
Okay, so we're going to take a look here with Grimgore. We have to go into diplomacy, and we have to immediately declare war on everybody.
Welcome, stranger. Start talking.
What are you good swans?
This could be very difficult.
What are you good swans?
Just gonna see what this is like.
Greetings. How can we...
I speak. Come on, lads. Now is the time to take...
Come then, messenger. Spit out your words so I can be done with them.
Don't greenskins confederate if you beat them? Yeah, it's Norska and greenskins. Regina, you're correct.
If you must.
Okay, so there we've declared war.
Warlord of this clan. Now...
Alright, so we've declared war on everybody. And... Yep, so everybody, we are at war with absolutely everybody. Excellent, that's part of the objective. Rules. +10 leadership assigned to a black orc unit. Like, you need more leadership in your black orc. Go ahead and fight this real quick. Torvolt says, I have a question. Do you think it will be a realistic hope to see another historical Total War game in the future like Medieval? Yeah, sure. I think you absolutely will. They're working on one right now. They haven't told us what it is, but they're working on one. They haven't quit historical Total Wars. It's just that some people haven't liked the historical Total Wars that they did recently, like Three Kingdoms. Three Kingdoms was technically a history title. It was based some, but it had a historical mode. The units in it were fairly historically based, except for when you were playing in romance mode, of course. And your characters, you know, were a little bit larger than life. But Three Kingdoms was a history title. People may not have liked the way that CA did it, but that's what it was. It wasn't entirely like a fantasy title. You think Three Kingdoms was a flop? I think a lot of people probably think so. It was not a flop in terms of sales. It had huge sales. So I don't think it was a flop in terms of sales. I think it was a flop in terms of long-term, sustained player base. You can take a look at a game like Rome 2 on Steam, and it's still got a pretty active player base, even all these years later. The same can't be said for Three Kingdoms. So it had a lot of sales, it had a big population, and then it just dropped hard. And I don't know how the DLC sales looked, that could have been bad, potentially, which may have been why they ended support for it early. Or it's possible that CA just either wanted to move on, because they said they're working on another Three Kingdoms game. I don't know if it's some kind of sequel to Total War Three Kingdoms. I don't know if it's just another game they're making that also has to do with Three Kingdoms time period, maybe a different genre. We don't really know. They just said that they're working on another Three Kingdoms title of some sort. So it could be that they just, you know, needed more resources and decided to quit supporting Three Kingdoms because they didn't think it'd be worth it and pour those resources into the next game. I have no idea. I have no idea what they ran into, but it's also possible, obviously, that they quit supporting it because the sales of DLC and other stuff just weren't good, so it was no longer worth their time to pour it in. The initial sales were definitely good. They sold a lot of copies. Alright, folks, black is the new green. Here we go. I send Grimgor just straight out ahead. He should be more than a match for Nash here. Oh crap, they're gonna get to her. Drop this and run away. I don't want him to kill my artillery unit. This guy's in skirmish. Alright, there we go. So I avoided having my archers or my catapult killed there. I definitely don't feel like we should let our stuff get killed in this first battle. We may need it. Grimgor demands that you say his name. Wow, that orc boy is holding out a long time. Alright, we're gonna get their archers. That'll be the chain route. So I felt like I could have done a little better than what the auto-resolve was going to give us there. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do next. Three Kingdoms, I think Three Kingdoms was a really pretty game. It looked good. I think the campaign map was brilliant. A lot of the stuff they did, the diplomacy was brilliant. The terrain looked gorgeous and the maps and stuff. The artwork in the game was good, had a cool soundtrack. The battles just fell flat for me in Three Kingdoms. Like, I can play Total War Saga Troy, and the battles are really fun in Troy. And it keeps me playing it because the battles are so much fun. I just didn't get the same out of Three Kingdoms. Like, I didn't enjoy the battles very much for some reason. Now, I haven't played it in a while, to be fair. Maybe my mind would change if I played it again. But I don't know. Like, I just wasn't very blown away with the battles in it. Like, I thought it was pretty weak. And that's why I didn't keep playing it at the time. Plus, people just weren't watching the videos. So it was kind of a 1-2 punch against Three Kingdoms there. Go ahead and take Iron Rock here. And we're going to occupy. Let's see. So we can build up Black Crag. We want here. I can't build any other military buildings until we upgrade the settlements. There's no reason to build any garrison stuff there. Just can't build anything really useful here other than a pile of shiny stuff, which I don't really want to keep here long term. But we could keep it here for a few turns just to earn some extra income. Yeah, we want the growth there. So Karak Drun. See if I uncovered any new factions that we're not at war with. Nope. And let's end the turn. Need to do some research.
Expands, Savage Lord.
Gambler's armor. Ooh, we picked up the Gambler's armor. That'll help. Ooh, a Dawnstone too. We got some nice stuff out of that battle. Inspiring Presence. What do we want to get to first? Lightning Strike could probably be pretty important, and then dropping the upkeep of units would also be important, but at the same time, like, we're going to be fighting everybody. We would need our troops to be really strong. From looting settlements, income from sacking settlements. Come from raiding. Go ahead and put a point into boys here too. Probably shouldn't have split it like that. I should have just gone all one way or the other. Let's see here. Hegemon. Physical resistance for goblins. Casualty replenishment relate for goblins. Abuse them. Where's the, here we go. Go bigger. Growth, heavy metal, boar riding, heavy clubs. So this one gives melee attack for all orc infantry. We'd want to get to that. Takes scrap, which we don't have. I have enough at the moment. Okay, let's go ahead and end this turn. I just want to see what this is going to be like. After you're done with the Seleucid campaign, please play Attila. Maybe. I might. We'll see. I might just want to do more Rome 2. Kind of just depends. I'll feel it out. I'm going to have a historical game with a campaign going on at any given time. I meant to recruit on the end of that turn. That was the other thing I meant to do. Crap, now I done screwed up.
Let's go.
Done screwed up. I'm going to move up to this point so we can kind of stay on the move. And then I'm going to go ahead and recruit here. Let's get more boys for now. Well, let's do 2 boys and an archer at the moment. In the turn. West Rome Legendary. Yeah, we never did finish the West Rome Legendary. It's possible I could revisit that at some point, but that would be a big undertaking for sure. Why does it think we're going to lose this? I think we're going to do just fine. We did a West Rome Legendary campaign, but I've lost the save file. I never quite finished it, but we were hanging in there. We were hanging in there.
Ready to kill. Ready to burn.
Gonna kill him! Please, begging him!
All boys. Here we go.
Okay. Start the battle. I'm gonna just start trying to do some damage to probably the goblin archers. I'm a lot less concerned about the infantry. I think once we kill their lord, between my black orcs and Grimgore, we can beat down a lot of their infantry. In Rome 2, any battle is winnable. Depends. Not always, but the AI is so bad, I would say that most of them are winnable for sure. The AI is substantially bad in Rome 2.
Moving fast!
Bad boys. Shifting. Wait for war.
The AI is definitely bad.
Shifting. I'm gonna stop him. Jump ahead. Crush him. Over there.
Let's send some infantry up here to help Grimgore. Start pumping some fire into these. Oh crap, they got skulkers over here.
Moving fast.
May regret this, but I'm gonna put a quick charge on them. They're gonna smoke bomb me.
Ready to burst.
Let's go ahead and retreat out of that real quick, but I figured we could do some damage on the charge. Nope, wasn't worth it really. Grimgore already KO'd their lord. fire on these guys right here. Trigger a wah. I gotta keep these guys off of my catapult and archers. I really need the archers and the catapults. Skulkers are kind of a pain in the butt, though. They're just not terrible in a melee. Getting a lot of kills with the catapult here. Grimgor's trying to hold the whole blob by himself. Great opportunity. I gotta run away with the boys here. Gonna keep our distance. Not gonna give the AI any easy engagements. Gonna let Grimgor keep fighting. The Black Orcs are a little bit singled out right now. Go ahead and keep chasing these guys. Make sure they don't come back. Back in here and grab our artillery. Turn around and see if we can kill this Lord. Should be able to chop through him pretty quick with Black Orcs. Yep, he's down. That's going to hurt their leadership a lot. Like a whole lot. Oh, nope. Run away, run away. Run away. Our boys are still finishing up the Skulkers. Got another infantry unit fixed here. We have some archers back there that are kind of a pain in the butt. Alright. Black Orcs are just absolutely shredding right now in this fight. We got charged by the wolf chariots. You do get a bonus versus infantry, but they're not going to really cut into armor very well. But they also have this fire support back here from the archers, which is going to be a little bit painful for... Oh crap, they got my catapults. This unit doesn't skirmish. Go, go, go. Run away. Yeah, those chariots are lasting longer than I would like. There we go. Get them off of us for a minute. Go finish this fight. Alright, here we go. Clear that unit off. Alright, we did it. Managed to hold it together. Gonna go play some RimWorld. Have a good stream. Thanks, Torvalds. Thanks for joining us tonight. Air, you should do a 1v4 against the AI in Rome. Well, if we had pikes and we corner camped well, you could certainly pull it off for like Royal Spartans or something like that. That'd be really ridiculous for the AI to have to cut through. You could certainly pull off a lot of big wins in that game when you have your back to the wall. Let's see, let's replenish because I need to stay on the attack. I'm recruiting my new units. I think we'd have to stay very, very aggressive. Oh, we defeated their war boss, so now we can just confederate them. So there we go. And we've got that confederation for the moment. It's gonna hurt my income some. We're at war with absolutely everybody, so I think the most money we could get would definitely be from heading against the dwarves. I think what I'm gonna do is kind of merge with this army for a minute to get some troops and then head out to fight the Dawi as quick as we can. I just take all these guys, honestly, and stuff them in Grimgor's army. And then get in here and replenish. Then head back down here to Iron Rock with this other lord. Might just disband that one. Let's go ahead and finish Du Bois here. We're going to need a lot of strength in our orc infantry. If we want to be able to win this. It's an obedience. We got to check to make sure we haven't met any new faction. Yeah, we did run into a new faction.
It's time. I thought I smelt Urk stench.
Yes, you did smell Urk stench. So we'd be declaring war on everybody the very first turn we encounter them. Let's see what we get here. Like I said, I was just kind of curious to mess with this for a minute because I've never done it. See how difficult it would be to get started. Wow, yeah, we replenished pretty quickly, but we'd want to keep, like, I don't think you'd want to stop fighting for any reason at all. Like, you'd want to just keep going full bore. against your enemies. I'm gonna bounce up right here. Yep. So we can keep the fight rolling. Black Crag is a very defensible position. And so it would give you the benefit of, despite that you're at war with everybody, you're going to get a very defensible, you know, back behind you. Let's see, Wolf Riders are pretty crappy. Having the Spiders would be nice, but Wolf Riders are pretty bad. Let's see, so I'm not really sure that they're worth it. Snotling Wagons are going to be pretty good, and so would Trolls in the early game. Yeah, Snotling Wagons are really good against infantry, and especially Dawi. But Trolls are also good against Dawi early in the game, and they have enough... And they regenerate. I'm going to go with the Troll Cave. Now, let's go ahead and take the extra cash out of here. Tear that down, because it's not necessary. Okay. See what happens a few more turns into this. Alright, so the Thorgrim was around. I don't have time to fight this one. It is time for me to end the stream. Again, this was just me testing something real quick, but I mean, this would be a crazy fight, to be certain. To see whether or not we could pull ourselves ahead in this really quickly. But hope you all enjoyed the stream tonight. Thanks for all those who joined the battles. Thanks for sticking around and watching a little extra bit here at the end if you did. I will see you all soon with some more action, whether it's from Total War Rome 2 or Warhammer or whatever else we play. So hope to see you all soon. Thanks for stopping by tonight.